Hey moms, and welcome back to Momestly. In today's video, we're going to talk about the ups and the downs of celebrations. Yeah, so this past Sunday was the 4th of July, and I wanted to do something fun.
Question mark?
So Rick got a new girl for Father's Day, and I thought, oh, it'd be perfect, and we'll have it in time for the 4th of July, and we can have people over. And that part all went fine. It's so different enjoying celebrations as a mom, I feel like, because when you're single, or I shouldn't say single necessarily, but when you're without kids and you're party planning, it's just very different. And not only is it different to plan, it's different to experience, because what you're doing is involved in only like one piece versus like making all of that fit around a child or more. So it was super stressful. We had to do a lot to get ready for it. And I mean, it was great. Like, we had a really good time. Still haven't cleaned up. You know, small steps.
I mean, it is a lot though. Like, I remember the first thing that we did party planning for on this channel was our Halloween party. And it was a lot of prep work. There's a lot of prep work anyways, because of the things we wanted to do. But we also had to plan timing wise for the kids to be asleep before anybody got there.
Yeah.
And that's hard. Fast forward a year and a half. And that's really hard now because the kids I think they're finally have the same bedtime now. But Aria is so weird about when she'll go, like where she'll go to sleep and how she'll go to sleep. So we couldn't even really like plan for her to go to sleep at your house this time, because I didn't know if she would or not. And yeah, it was it's interesting. And like, you have different responsibilities as like a host, or not even as a host, but like with the kids not there, you can be like way more laid back and just kind of enjoy the time. But with the kids there, like, there's 4 parents constantly looking around like, what's going on? Well, I say parents, it's moms. It's the moms that are constantly looking around to see what's going on.
And I think, well, I was going to say too, I think that actually makes it a little bit better, because then like, if you want to go get something else to drink, if you want to go inside to use the bathroom, if you need to go fix your plate or whatever, you don't like, I feel like the one good thing about like the few of us that hang out like that is that like, it's not like your child's going to be neglected.
Right.
Whereas like in big groups of people that you may not necessarily know everybody, I don't know, like, I feel like, I mean, I think that was a very positive thing.
Yeah.
And I think that like the other thing is like, you have to worry about so much. Like, yes, I had to do like all the preparation stuff around like here and all of that, but like, you had to get Aria ready to come over here and get yourselves ready to come over here. And it's like, you know, having to make sure that they have sunscreen every 5 seconds because they are ghostly white, and making sure that they're not beating each other up or stealing toys or shooting each other in the face with water guns or whatever, whatever.
All of those things happened, by the way.
Yeah. And you have to stay like super on top of it. You can't just go sit on the deck and chit chat and drink and just like chill. Like, you have to, like, you have to balance the fun friend part of it with the mom part of it. And it's a lot of work. And the older they get, well, okay, so I feel like in the beginning, it's a little bit simpler because they can't get into as much stuff because they don't have mobile. And then you go through a phase where it's like super dangerous. And then eventually they get to a bigger age and kind of back off a little bit more.
And I feel like, so even like Aria's birthday in August of last year was different than this get together this year. Because like a year ago, they needed a lot more. There were people right there with them the whole time.
Yeah.
Because
A
it
lot
was
more
just
supervision.
it was just three babies, by the way. It was Oliver, Aria, and my nephew Wayne. That was it.
Yeah.
And they were surrounded by people. Versus like this year, we did get to let the kids just play on their own in the
Right.
yard. And it's a little difficult because, you know, Vinny's a little, couple of years older, so he wants to play a little rougher. And eventually, like next year, I don't think it'll matter because I think the kids will be fine. And you know, I know they'll never be like the same age as him, but I think that in another year they'll be up at that. There's an airplane going over my house right now. They'll be up at a level where it's okay. Like we're not going to need to be like, no, don't do that as much. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
The
They're getting
microphone on this
closer
must
to
be
that.
crazy strong because I can barely even hear that.
Oh, the airplane?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, girl, it was so loud. It's
Must just be
definitely
a really good microphone because I can barely hear it.
it was definitely it's one of the big ones from the airbase. But yeah, it is a lot of work to take your kids to a party too.
And then to try to like capture the moments and like get videos and take pictures and we
That
had so
was
many things planned too. Like I wanted to make
yes.
sure we did sparklers with Vinny because he, you know, he's the big kid. And wanted to
Right.
make sure we did pop bit things with the littles, and I wanted to make sure like I didn't even get everything I want. I really still wanted to do the fireplace and the s'mores and stuff, but it
Yeah.
just didn't happen before fireworks. And then Oliver decided this year that he doesn't like fireworks. He slept through them last year. It was not an issue at all. He even stood outside with Rick while he did some last year, but this year he just decided that he's absolutely petrified of them. So I didn't even get to sit outside and enjoy the fireworks, which I'm not super into the noisy ones anyway, but I like the pretty ones. So I ended up I was in the process of getting ready to go back outside when we put him to bed. And I was like, after there was a firework that went off, I was so sure I could hear him like screaming. And sure enough, I went in his room and he was standing in his bed just sobbing uncontrollably.
No.
So I ended up taking him in bed with me and just holding him and watching TV with him until it calmed down. And I accidentally fell asleep with him. So I was kind of out of it. So I did no cleanup or anything. And then here we are 2 nights later and he still won't go to sleep like normal.
It's because people are still shooting off fireworks because they're dumb. Like the holiday is over. Please stop shooting off fireworks. Please. It's so frustrating. We had them go off at 2 a.m. last night.
It's really dumb too, because like I'm all for people being fun and having a good time. Like I'm understanding of the fact that it's the 4th of July. Like I don't expect people to not celebrate. I just expect people who live in communities where there might be children, I don't know, next to 2 schools, they would be mindful of the fact that like that will wake kids up and scare them if they are in fact scared of fireworks.
Right.
I don't know. It is frustrating because I mean, like it's like one time, like I get it, I understand, like you're trying to have fun, whatever, but also like time and place. Like you can do fireworks on the 4th of July from 7 to midnight, and after that, go to bed.
Yeah, but I mean, and Aria, I don't know. She was weird about them. I think when Oliver went inside like that, she got upset about that. But she like stayed in Mike's lap, and then I was like, you know, we talked to her about him, like it's going to be loud, and I think she just ignored them. Some of them, like she would look up, but she wasn't into it. And then she asked to sit in the car. Like she got down and she took the corner of her little chair and dragged it towards the car and wanted to just sit in her car seat with the car on while we watched the rest of the fireworks. It's like, all right. So we let her. And that was interesting. Ow. I gotta stop laughing.
And then Melinda was sick.
That's why I said I have to stop laughing. Taking a break from fast food for a while because we got a quick lunch earlier in the day because we were trying to do things to get ready to go over. Because I made desserts to bring over, and so Mike brought me a quick lunch home, and it just didn't sit right. And then 2 hours into us being there, I found a spot away from people in the backyard and felt better for a few more hours, I guess. And I thought it was done. And then 2 more times in their yard. I wasn't even drunk. I didn't even drink any alcohol. No alcohol.
Right. No, it had nothing to do with that. And you weren't even outside that long before it happened either.
I don't think so. Well, we got through most of it. It was probably after 9, so there was a good like 3 hours between like the big episode. Um, and then, but I don't think anybody noticed. Except you did, and probably Dawn. Anybody that was upstairs, the kids didn't know. So no, Dawn was inside. Dawn was inside with Vinny.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to make it to the bathroom anyways. Like timing wise, it wouldn't have worked out, but they were inside. So it's good times.
Yeah.
But I think that's also like part of being a parent is making a decision of, because Mike asked me, because I didn't feel that great before we left. And I texted him to let her know. I was like, but I want Aria to go and have a good time. I don't want to ruin that. I want Mike to go and have a good time. Like I can figure myself out while I'm there, and I wasn't going to cancel and them not be, she was so excited to go play. I'm not going to cancel and not let her go play and have a good time when she'd been looking forward to it for days. And she did. They had such a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they played their little hearts out.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. And I think overall, there's some stresses. There's some things that happen we wish wouldn't have happened, but I think it was still overall a good day. Mm-hmm. We did get some cute pictures of them playing. It's not a lot. Our original plan was to vlog the party, and just so you could see like what it's like to actually just hang out with us, no filters, like with the kids, with our friends, and see how it is, like what it's like to hang out with us. And that didn't work out.
No, we had like no time between. I mean, you didn't feel good. I was being hosed. Like, there was no time to do any of that. Yeah. And I don't think I don't do a lot of that anyway, like recording in the moment things that aren't just about Oliver. So it's kind of hard to do something like that when you're not in the routine of doing things like that. Like some people vlogging and stuff comes like super natural.
And like I don't vlog a lot per se, but I take so many pictures and little videos, and there was none of that going on from me on Sunday. Yeah. So Mike tried to get a few. We got some from the collective people who were there. I think Rick took some on your phone, right? Mm-hmm. I did get a couple of short little videos of like 2 of the big fireworks that he set off that night, but that's kind of it.
So that's celebrations on being a mom. I mean, while being a mom.
Yay. Ow, I gotta stop laughing. My ribs hurt. It's okay. It's good times. I mean, good times, bad times. It all evens out one way or another. Mm-hmm. Worth it if you don't feel like it at the end of the day. The next day when you look back on it, probably was still worth it. Yeah,
no, I wouldn't have changed anything other than the fact that you didn't feel good. Other than that, I thought it was fine. Well, and I mean, I wish Oliver wasn't scared of fireworks, but
yeah,
what can you do?
Try again next year. New Year's, we try again New Year's. They go through phases.
Yeah.
figure it out. And
eventually he will love them, like all kids
yes,
grow to love them. Almost
absolutely.
all, most. But yeah, so that was our 4th of July.
Yes. And that's it. Thanks for hanging out with us. Short little video.
Yeah.
Just, for your week here. But anyways, definitely stay for the video. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel, like this video, hit the bell icon so you get notified when our next video comes out. Follow us on social media at Momestly on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I guess that's it. We'll see you next week. Bye, moms.